Hi there everyone, welcome to Fingers, Thumbs and Fits, and today we will be playing another round 1 contest in the contest Aethyrmatika, pitting the Crimson Court versus Grymwatch. Now, as always, I've done the setup off camera, but I do have a confession to make. The previous 2 matches I filmed and uploaded kind of pretty much back to back, and so this one has been separate from the last 2. So I realised that I made a slight mistake whilst playing the last 2 games, although it wouldn't have really made a huge amount of difference, I don't think. But that was in the fact that I was kind of ignoring the power step because the cards weren't great. I completely glossed over the fact that in the end phase I can discard cards and redraw. So I'm going to be a bit more mindful of that going forwards. If you did put that in the comments of the previous 2 videos, I do appreciate it. I haven't seen it yet because at the time of recording this, the videos haven't gone live yet. So I do appreciate it if you have been offering me guidance. But yes, anyways, with that out of the way, let's get to it, shall we? We're going to roll off to see who goes first. So the Crimson Court get a flank, and the Grymwatch get a surround. So the Crimson Court just get it, and they are going to go first. We're going to move Enias first, who's this winged vamp over here, and he's just going to move on to this treasure token. So the Grymwatch now, Gristlewell. Okay, the Grymwatch all move 4, whereas the vamps, 2 of them move 4, 2 of them move 3. Okay, so Gristlewell, who's this ghoulie right here with the big, what looks like a leg bone in his hand, is going to charge Gorath. At the start of each battle round, sorry, before I do this, start of each battle round, I should have done this first for the Grymwatch. They get to pick delusions. They're not going to use a delusion, actually. No. However, once per battle round, if the leader is on the battlefield, you can use one of the following abilities. Pick a friendly fighter and inspire him. Well, we're going to inspire Gristlewell because he's going to attack. So yes, he's going to charge Gorath, like we said. He's now inspired. So he rolls 3 dice in combat now. Needing swords. And he doesn't get any. Gorath has dodged a, bone there. So I think Gorath is going to try and smack him back. Let's put a charge counter on him. So yeah, Gorath is going to try and hit him back. He gets 2 dice, needing hammers. Hang on. Let's look at the power. Let's not forget the power step this time. I've drawn the cards, but I don't know what they are. So mostly upgrades, but we do have some ploys. But none of them are applicable right now. Okay. I realise I didn't do that for the Crimson Court just now, but we'll rectify that in a moment. Yes, Gorath is going to attack Gristlewell. So, 2 dice needing hammers. We've got a crit. His weapon doesn't have a crit ability. Gristlewell saves with 2 dice, needing dodges. He gets 1, which negates the damage, but we can't do anything else because we can't push him back, so we can't follow up. Okay. Okie dokie, no worries there. We're going to look at the power step. No, they're not going to do anything just yet. And yes, I do realise that the power step can be going back and forth, but again, if they couldn't do anything last turn, they're not going to be able to do anything this time, are they? Right, okay. So, back to the Grymwatch. We're going to have these bats move on to this treasure token. Then for the vamps, we are going to have Duval, Prince Duval, charge Gristlewell. It's a bit of overkill having 2 vampires charge a ghoul, I think, but we'll see what happens. So he's going to attack. Damn it, I was not paying attention to the vamps special rules. Well, I will do this time now then. Anyways, he's going to attack Gristlewell. See, I'm still learning. I need to pay attention to these rules. He needs hammers. Oh, he gets 3 dice. He hammers or flanks. Well, he's got a hammer and a crit there. Gristlewell with his 2 dice to dodge. He gets a crit, but he doesn't with that one. So Duval has done 2 damage on Gristlewell. Gristlewell only has 2 wounds. So Gristlewell has been taken out. First blood to the vamps, fittingly enough. They get 2 glory. And now the power step. They can't do anything, but their rule is we can discard a power card instead of playing one, and I get a control token. I can then discard 3 control tokens. Yeah, 3 control tokens to inspire a character. I could have done that from the start, and I could have inspired someone. But anyway, that doesn't matter for the moment. It's now going to be the Grymwatch's turn. We could charge again, this time with... who's that? Oh, that's the Royal Butcher. I don't know if that's such a good idea though. It might be an idea to kind of maybe pull them back. But I don't know. Ghouls are kind of quite bloodthirsty, aren't they? 1, 2, 3. He can attack Duval maybe. Duval's got 4 wounds, so he's going to have to hit him hard. He only does 1 damage though. 2 dice needing swords. None of them. Okay. Next, I'm actually going to charge with Gorath. Because I can get an immediate objective with him. So we're going to charge with Gorath. Because all he did was stand there and attack last time. And he's going to attack the Royal Butcher. I forgot who it was then. Gorath gets 2 dice needing hammers. He's wielding a giant mace. But no, nothing happens. Okay, so we're not going to get that objective this turn. And the final turn of round 1. Oh, hang on. We're going to discard a card for the power step. And we're going to get another control token. Right, what's going to happen here? We are going to move the Knight's Herald up onto here. Because I don't think they're going to be able to go toe-to-toe with the Vamps, but they can try and score objectives. So, we're not in the end phase just yet. The Grymwatch have their inspirational rule. After the last action step in a battle round, pick up to X friendly fighters, where X is the combined bounty characteristics of slain enemy fighters and enemy fighters in neutral territory. Ah, okay. Right, well there aren't any in neutral territory, I got that a bit wrong, and we've got no slain enemy fighters, so they can't inspire at the moment. In fact, none of the Vamps are in fact damaged. So, but we are now in the end phase, so we're going to check objectives. We're going to start with the Crimson Court, they went first. They've got an objective here against the odds. Score this in the end phase if an odd numbered treasure token was delved. Needed to delve it, which I didn't do. That'll happen next turn. But we do, the Grymwatch do get one. They get a slow advance. Score this is an end phase if your warband holds any treasure tokens in both neutral territory and enemy territory. Ah, both. See, okay, right. I wasn't paying attention at all there. I was paying attention to this one, which is why I moved the bats onto treasure token 1. There you go. They get that if they get if they have treasure token 1. See, so I knew there was one they could get. That was not great on my part, was it? I need to pay more attention. Okay, right, end phase. I think I'm actually going to keep the cards that the Crimson Court have at the moment and just draw up to their full hands. So they get 2 more cards, both of which are uploads. The Grymwatch are going to discard 2. I'm going to discard some upgrades because I can't use them right now anyway. Get 2 more cards. A ploy and an upgrade. And the Grymwatch get 1 more objective. We can clear these tokens off now. Our Lady Velas didn't do anything this turn. Let's see what happens there though. Right, Crimson Court get a sword. The Grymwatch get a sword, so they re-roll again. Court, Grim, Court get it again. Let's let Lady Velas do something this time. I think she's going to charge the Knight's Herald. So she gets 2 dice needing hammers. She gets 1. The Knight's Herald gets 1 dice needing a dodge. Well, the crit will work there. Okay, so it's now the Grymwatch's turn, and they are going to. What are they going to do? Our Master Talon is going to move onto there. Okay. Right, so yes, the Crimson Court. Again, I forgot about the discarding the card in the power step. We'll do that in a minute then, because, and I forgot to delve again. Right, we will definitely do that this turn now then. So, Prince Duval is going to attack the Royal Butcher. Because they're in his way. So 3 dice needing hammers. The flank counts because he is flanked. The Royal Butcher only gets 1 dice and he needs a dodge. He does not get it. So he takes 2 damage. He only has 2 wounds. So he's gone. And the Crimson Court get 1 glory. It's the power step now. I'm going to discard a card. Discard an upgrade I'm not going to use to get a control token. But then I discard that control token, or all 3 of those control tokens, to inspire one of my vampires. Now, which one am I going to inspire is the question. Well, seeing as how Duval has just taken somebody out, I think I'll inspire him. So Duval has now become inspired. I should have been getting hunger tokens as well. Who took out Gristlewell? Gorath did. So I'm going to start collecting hunger tokens. I need different coloured things here. 1 different coloured tokens. 2, because I took out the Royal Butcher as well. Right. If I get 3 of those, I discard them and somebody becomes savage. Right, in the power step again, we're going to delve here. We're going to remember it this time. The Grymwatch are going to pass, and then the Crimson Court are going to pass. So it's back to the Grymwatch. We're going to attack with Crackmarrow. He's going to charge, but he's not going to charge directly next to Lady Velas, because he can attack from 2 squares away. But then again, he only does 1 damage if he does. No, he is going to charge right next to Lady Velas. Because at least now she's flanked. Velas should have got a charge token, shouldn't she? Because she charged. Yeah, so anyway, he gets 2 dice needing hammers to attack with that massive... That's kind of like an execution, is that? It's not. It's a polearm. It's not quite a halberd, I don't think. But oh, look at that! 2 crits. She needs a shield. She does not get a shield. So Velas takes 2 damage. So they have injured one of the vamps. It is Lady Velas. Okay, their power step. They are not going to do anything right now, and neither are the Crimson Court. So back over to them then. I think now that Ennius has done what he needs to do. Oh no, he delved, didn't he? Oh no, well he can still act. But okay. They're also going to move up to Lady Velas. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's now surrounded. They're going to attack Lady Velas. They get 3 dice, needing swords. But she is surrounded. I think the flanking works as well, because there's 1 more and then there's 2 more. So those 2 work. She again needs a shield, which she doesn't get, so she takes another point of damage. She's got 1 point of damage left. That's a charge. Now something drastic needs to happen. And that's something drastic is potentially going to, well, yeah, is going to be, we're going to charge Duval into Crackmarrow. And Duval is going to attack. He now gets 4 dice to attack with, needing hammers, as he's inspired. He counts as being flanked, does Crackmarrow, so he gets 1 at least out of 4. And Crackmarrow needs a shield, which he doesn't get. So Crackmarrow takes some damage. He takes 2 damage, in fact. Got 2 wounds left. He's going to discard a card in the power phase, which I forgot to do again for the whole turn. So he gets a control token. That was a successful attack, so we get a hunger token. I think it's only right for NES. Pick a friendly fighter and uninspire him. Well, he's not inspired anyway. Give him a stagger token, which I'm going to put on his card, because it will come off at the end of this turn anyway. So NES is now Savage, which means he has +1 move. Okie dokie. I could have inspired some Grymwatch characters last turn. I misread it. But so we'll do it this turn then. After the last action step in the battle round, pick up to X friendly fighters, where X is the combined bounty characteristics of slain enemy fighters and enemy fighters in enemy and neutral territory. So enemy fighters in enemy, in enemy territory. So that would be Duval, who's got 2. So we can inspire 2 characters. Well, we're going to inspire Crackmarrow. And we're going to inspire the Knight's Herald, because he's also in combat. Okay. So it also says once per... Oh, no, this is... Why is the end phase still part of the battle round? Possibly? Oh well, it's too late now because we're now in the end phase. So, oh no, because we're still in the last action step. So yeah, once per battle round, if your leader's on the battlefield, you can use the following abilities, blah blah blah. Pick a friendly fighter, inspire that fighter. So we're going to inspire somebody else as well. I think we're going to inspire the Duke's Harriers. Now that the Duke's Harriers are inspired, they don't have a critical attack, they just have an ability attached to their attack, which is Ensnare, which means that dodges can't be used to save. Which isn't so much of an issue, as only one of my characters has a dodge save, the rest of them have shields, and that's NES, which is this guy, who is Savage, so it's not like he'll be dodging an awful lot anyway. But okay, let's have a look at objectives. I don't think the Grymwatch have any objectives to collect. No. But the Crimson Court do. They can finally get there against the odds one because they delved the odd numbered treasure token. So they get 1 for that. Can they get any of the others? Yeah, they should have earlier on. Duval should have got this one for attacking somebody in a neutral territory. Or, in fact, actually, Velas should have triggered it. So, that's another 1. So they're on 5 now. Versus the Grymwatch is 1. So let's give the Crimson Court 2 more objectives. Okay. So this is now round 3. The Grymwatch are going to have to do some very heavy lifting if they're going to bring this one back. So we're going to start off by attacking with the Harriers. No, we're not. We're going to move the Harriers, in fact, up over onto this treasure token here. No, we're not. We're going to move Crack Marrow onto this treasure token here, because he can still attack Velas, which means that's going to be a charge token. So he's going to attack Velas. He gets 2 dice needing hammers. He gets a crit. Velas, with only 1 wound left, needs a shield. Well, she's fine. So it is in fact now the Crimson Court's turn. Oh, hang on a minute. We didn't roll off, did we? What am I doing? Crimson Court. Grymwatch. Okay, well, the Grymwatch get it anyway, so that still stands. Apologies for that. I got a bit ahead of myself there. Okay, so the Crimson Court now acting. Actually, in the power step, actually, Crack Marrow is going to use a healing potion, and he's going to heal 1 of his wounds. Aeneas is going to charge him. He can move 5 now, because he's savage. 1, 2, 3, well, he's going to move his normal 4 anyway. And he's going to attack Crack Marrow. He gets 3 dice, needing swords. He will only do 2 damage, however, though. Oh, needed 2 extra cards in the interface there for the Crimson Court. Right, okay, sorry about that. 3 dice needing swords. Wow, okay. Crack Marrow rolls 2 dice to save, needing dodges. He doesn't get any of them. So I can push Crack Marrow back now, which I'm going to. I can't follow up, however, though. That's going to annoy the Grymwatch, because they were trying to set up for an objective there. But yes, so he takes 2 damage. Now, the Master Talon hasn't done an awful lot this game. He's going to move on to here. They can still get that objective. We'll see what happens. Because Gorath, we kind of want to protect Velas, don't we? Gorath is in fact actually going to charge the bats, the Duke's Harriers. And he's going to attack them. 2 dice, needing hammers. Well, they count as being flanked. They get 2 dice needing dodges, which they don't get, so they take the 2 damage, which means they are removed. And that's 1 glory for the Crimson Court. Yeah, the Crimson Court are going to use a power card, Sidestep. Pick a friendly fighter and push him 1 hex. So Duval is going to move over here. and also in their power step they are going to discard a card for a control token, which I keep forgetting to do. And the Grymwatch aren't going to answer that with anything. So, speaking of the Grymwatch then, the Knight's Herald is still going to try and take out Velas. So 3 dice, needing swords. There's 1, and she needs a shield, which she gets. So she's fine. So the Grymwatch aren't going to play any cards in their power step. Speaking of Lady Velas though, she's going to attack the Night Herald. She can potentially take him out. She gets 2 dice needing hammers. You'd think if she's armed with swords, she needs swords, but anyway. There's a hammer. He needs a dodge, which he doesn't get. She does 2 damage on him. He is removed. And they get another glory point. Right. Well, they can't score that objective now. And Crack Marrow is... well, he can't move. He can't do anything. Neither can Valric. So it looks like it's just the Master Talon that can do something for their last turn, the Grymwatch. So he's gonna attack Duval, because that's the only thing he can do. Right, yeah, he's the Master Talon's going to attack Duval. He gets 2 dice. Needing swords, he does not. And so, for the final turn of the game, Lady Velas, who's done very well to try and survive this onslaught, is going to try and take out Crack Marrow. He's only got 1 wound left. So, 2 dice needing hammers. There's 2. He gets 2 dice needing dodges. He dodges them both. But, yeah. She does not take out Crack Marrow. So, that's the end of the game. Well, the Crimson Court have won quite considerably, 7-1. I didn't quite know. Okay, yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit with forgetting their inspiring rules. The Grymwatch aren't so different being inspired, so if they had a few more characters inspired, I don't think it would have really done an awful lot more. The Crimson Court, again, maybe not. They hit slightly harder, but I mean, these are ghouls they're going up against, so, you know, hitting them with a sword or hitting them with a bulldozer, the same thing is going to happen to them. So I don't think the fact that, you know, I was missing out on inspiration, I don't think it's kind of made much of a difference. So, yeah, I didn't use any War Scroll abilities. I don't think I needed to be honest with you. It may not have really helped the Grymwatch. They had an ability where they could re-roll a save dice, but again, would that have really helped them so much? I mean, they needed glory rather than, you know, trying to stay alive. But yeah, that was an interesting match. It kind of a bit different when it comes to the play styles, but that was an interesting match. So that means that the Crimson Court have gone through, the Grymwatch have been eliminated, So please do join me for the next match, which will be the newly released Knives of the Crone taking on the Nighthaunt's Headman's Curse. So please do join me for that one. Thank you very much for watching this one. Once again, if you've noticed that I've made any mistakes that I haven't pointed out myself, please do let me know in the comments. But as I say, I am still learning, so please give me a degree of leniency. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you'll join me for the next one. So until then, keep on adventuring, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.